Hey guys, we're here to talk about the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 4 premiere. We're going to go into spoilers if you haven't seen it. You've been warned. We're specifically going to talk about this guy, Ghost Rider.
I don't know. Ghost Rider flaming face.
That's your
impression.
flaming face?
Yeah.
They've been kind of downplaying the Ghost Rider is going to come on the show. I don't know if you know. I don't even know if anyone has seen any ads mentioning that fact. But here he is.
It was funny because we were just talking about this, and some people didn't know he was in the premiere, and I was like, well, this season is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
The premiere is called The Ghost, and this is the promotional material
the S.H.I.E.L.D.
for this
logo
season.
is flaming in the beginning.
I think it's fair to say that while some people really enjoyed the Ghost Rider movies, maybe that wasn't the best example of CGI superhero big action spectacle
and
blockbuster.
not a lot of people enjoy the Ghost Rider movies.
A couple.
Yeah.
Scott Kalora really liked
he liked the second one.
He really
liked the second one.
So my expectation, I was like, it's a big hurdle to jump over for S.H.I.E.L.D. on a TV budget to do it. I have to say that I thought Robbie Reyes looked really, really cool. They went with like the Johnny Blaze flaming skull thing, which they didn't have to do. They could have just...
The helmet.
Yeah, they could have gone with the helmet, but they went full Johnny Blaze probably because it's like more recognizable. And I thought it looked like better than the Nick Cage one.
I thought it looked really good. This image was the first that they put out, and a lot of people are like, oh, it looks fake. It looks less like obvious CGI in the show in motion than it did in that still. And yeah, look, can you tell it's CGI? Sure, but that doesn't mean it looks bad, and I thought he looked good too. Now, of course, because of budget reasons, I think they're gonna have to keep him, in the shadows a lot, or show him from the neck down, and then just those few money shots where you see the flaming skull. But yeah, I thought he looked really good.
And honestly, the action sequence that kicked off the episode too, with the flaming charger, like it looked really great. And I keep thinking back to season 1, what I consider to be, and we've never talked about this before, but what I consider to be like the worst scene that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ever did, which was Skye then and Coulson falling out of the sky in Lola. Like it just looked so bad. And to see how far they've come, and that scene, again, clearly CGI, but had like with the fire and everything, it just looked really great and sold Ghost Rider as someone maybe you should be afraid of. Is he friend, is he foe? So I was really, really pleasantly surprised by how well that all looked.
Yeah, people, I feel people are too harsh on the fact, like you have to accept that a TV budget is a TV budget. It will not look like a feature film. So within that, is it still look cool? Does it look creative? And yeah, I thought this totally worked. I am curious how much they'll be able to do it going forward. But it's funny because I even just was reading, I think even this morning, having already seen the episode, I was seeing people that were like snarking like, oh, they'll probably take 4 or 5 episodes to even see him, with the flaming skulls. Like, no, they out of the gate, thank God, because they are promoting the season as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Ghost Rider. They delivered right away with him.
Which I think is great, and especially as it's sort of unclear how he is going to become a part of the story. I think obviously through Daisy, she pursues him, but they seem like they're going to be playing around with, is he full vigilante, or how quickly will he come into the fold? Because I assume they're going to Bonnie and Clyde this up a little bit this season. But also playing with Daisy, being a vigilante, staying away from S.H.I.E.L.D., still avoiding them. So I think it's good, and I think that Gabriel Luna did a really great job of making Robbie a physically imposing person, and someone who does become a little bit, scary at some points, which thanks 10 p.m. new time slot that allows a lot more blood and a bit more horror and thriller elements. But yeah, I'm really curious with how that balance will fit into the show and how it'll change things.
Yeah, because you can see him working with Daisy right now because she's off being a vigilante. It's harder to see Ghost Rider, on the Quinjet, teaming up with the S.H.I.E.L.D. team, but I guess we'll find out how much they're gonna cross over and work together. I think they're setting up for a spinoff, because I sure do.
I think that they could easily bring him into some of the other shows. I think of any character on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to cross over with the Marvel Netflix shows, it's going to be this Ghost Rider. And it feels a lot darker. It feels more tonally similar to those shows. I was at a premiere screening for this, and Jeff Loeb introduced, who's the head of Marvel TV, introduced a bunch of different people artists and writers who created Robbie Reyes and influenced the Ghost Rider design throughout the years. And also the person who created Punisher was there, and Jeff was like, you will understand later in the season why all these different people are here and why it makes sense. So I wonder if we will see different Ghost Riders on the show in addition to Robbie, even if it's just flashes or whatever. And I wonder, could they bring Punisher? onto the show.
That would be interesting.
That would be really cool.
Be a very big deal. Well,
yeah.
Color me intrigued. So yeah, I think we both think that Ghost Rider made a cool first impression, getting these little glimpses of him. Curious to see where he goes. Those are our thoughts on Ghost Rider's big debut on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. What did you think? Let us know in the comments. You should also read Terri's full review of the premiere on IGN. And for plenty more on all things Marvel and Flaming Skull Dudes, keep it here at IGN.